Well, Madera here, and we find ourselves in Oklahoma City right now. Of course, if you know Oklahoma, it's all about oil wells. Buck, as maybe some of you know, is an Oklahoma boy. So he's giving me a pretty good tour. He said, well, you got to see a real working oil well. So here it is. I don't know a whole lot about how it works, but it's pretty awesome. Great economy for Oklahoma, that's for sure. Well, we're heading on up to the state capitol. It sits high on a hill. Actually, it's quite impressive driving up here. Beautiful flowers here, as this is April 27, I believe. Phillips 66. As I said in an earlier video, Frank Phillips came out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, you know, as in Phillips 66. Yeah, pretty awesome place. Sunday is a great time to visit the Capitol up here because there's nobody up here. And it's a complicated place to get up here. This is big. And over here is the oil well that stands here. This oil derrick is not just for tourist attraction. It was an actual working oil rig, and they built the Capitol up here on this hill. Started building in 1912, finished in 1917, and that dome was not put up here until 2002. Hey, yeah, here's another oil well just right in the middle of the street, and they're everywhere, you might say.
Another deep well.
Well, we are here at the Land Run Memorial. This Oklahoma is known for that particular thing in our history where everybody ran for the land and would stake their claims, and then they owned it. Some awesome sculptures here, full size. Well, this says the land run of 1889. The unassigned lands were opened through the land run, with more than 50,000 Americans vying for 160 acres or a town lot. There goes Buck. Huh. He's barefooted.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, look at that. He's got a rider. She is hanging on. This is so cool. Look at this. It goes way down there. Crosses over the river. Look at that. Wow. What a depiction of real life. What an adventure. looking right at us. Ooh, this is so cool. The horse rearing up. Look at that. The old with the skyscraper in the background. What a difference. Neat. Moore was the sculptor of this, and he really captured the emotion and energy of this run. He's got 45 life and 1/2 size figures of the participants. This was done in 2019. An artist, boy, he really captured everything. Look at the expressions on all the faces, the movement. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Oh, you can imagine. They probably had a lot of horses go down because they were racing for all they were worth. Look at that. Unbelievable. Oh, and there's a woman pregnant with a baby. I mean, the sculptor just really captured this. Unbelievable. Very awesome. A thing to really check out if you're in Oklahoma City. Fun little thing to do. Well, we didn't have to go far for lunch because right next door was this cool place called the Truckyard, full of food trucks. And it's a place called the Truckyard. There's why the girls hang out in odd numbers because they can't even. Whatever that means. Anyway, this is right next door to that sculptor place, and it's called the Truckyard. And actually they have this every day. This is not just a Sunday thing. It's a very fun thing. Here's a guy sitting outside the bar and welcoming everybody in. So it is happening today. They got live entertainment up there. Makes me think of Austin. He could do that. that it was Dr. Pepper that had a huge plant here, I guess 4 stories or something, and as they were tearing it down, they had all this brick, and so they started constructing all these other buildings with that brick, and so now it's called Bricktown. Of course, you've got cobblestone streets. There's the cobblestone street, and you've got a canal over here.
Can you see that way? See all the way down along the canal?
Yeah, all the way down canal. This is quite an interesting area. Okay, Buck was saying this baseball stadium is what they started when they started construction with all this brick. Look at that. Chickasaw Bricktown. And here comes a trolley. San Francisco isn't the only city that has a cable car. Fort Wayne, Indiana used to have one, but that is pretty unique, I thought. Okay, here is where the federal building that was blown up lies. It's right here as a memorial to that horrible day. Everybody always remembers Oklahoma City for that, unfortunately. And here is a block of the old building, a piece of it that was left. Kind of awesome to look at and understand exactly the story behind that big hunk of stone. And the cemetery, as you might call it, are set about in chairs. 168 chairs represent the lives lost, and then they have smaller chairs which represent 19 children were killed here. This all happened April 19, 1995. Okay, I met up with this sweet couple here, and they're having a run to remember downtown here, I believe. This man here has got a medal. Tell us about it.
So today was the 25th anniversary of the Run to Remember, which is the marathon to memorialize the bombing victims here in Oklahoma City. And so they run it every single year to commemorate the bombing here. And so today was the 25th anniversary of the race. And so I ran 26.2 miles and I finished in 3 hours, 38 minutes and 39 seconds. So it's a great event, and they have it every year here.
You ran 26 miles?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations for running so far as a memorial.
You're welcome.
Speaks a lot,
Yeah.
says a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Well, that does it for Oklahoma City. We're headed back out on the open road to find our next adventure. We're going to New Mexico to see the White Sands and the aliens in Roswell, and then on to El Paso to see the border wall. But we'll be exploring side roads, back roads, small towns, and anything else we see along the way. So be sure to join us in our next video, in our next adventure.